Doctor, let's now go to our guest speaker, Dr. Vandana Mane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome, Dr. Vandana Mane.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Dr. Vandana is very famous on Facebook for her saris.
I love the your topic, sari swag.
She is also my classmate and neighbor in Koregaon Park. And I was really happy to see her here. Welcome, Vandana.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So we begin our talk today. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Gitanjali Sharma, who is the president of Pune Ophthalmological Society, for giving me this opportunity to speak on my favorite topic, that is sari. Many of us complain that sari draping takes a lot of time. But if there is a will, there is a way. Why sari? Sari is forever and it suits everybody. The budget can be from few hundreds to few thousands to few lakhs. There is enormous variety in sari, accessory as well as blouse. Blouse can be stylish or depending on the occasion, it can be simple. Sari covers the right amount and it exposes the right amount. And then today we will be dividing our talk in 5 different categories. Saris for daily wear, saris for family wedding, saris for special occasions like birthday parties, baby shower, naming ceremony, etc. Saris for conference and semi-formal saris. So we begin with the first category, saris for daily wear. Many people ask which material is best for daily wear. It depends on the season and taste, but cotton is durable, natural and breathable. So it has become a very popular choice for daily wear saris. All of us are from Pune. So let's begin with Pune cotton saris. Usually the body is plain or with stripes or with checks with contrast border. Now let me clarify one thing. Most of the photographs you see here, I have mismatched the sari and the blouse. Gone are those days where we used to have matching according to the body or according to the border of the sari. So here I have paired with purple khand blouse. Next sari is very soft cotton multicolored sari. Again mix and match blouse. If you see carefully, the blouse which I am wearing today is in this sari. The next third one is Bengal Tant with Ganga Jamna border, and next variety is Kota sari. Kota is a variety of cotton in which small checkered pattern is woven in the fabric, making it very easy breezy. So these are the best choice to beat the scorching sun of Rajasthan and Gujarat. Both the saris here are having floral patterns. Again, mix and match blouses. Now we come to our age-old Georgette, very lightweight. The red sari here is very simple, but combined with a mirror work blouse, and this sea green sari with shibori pattern is combined with a crop top. The floral pattern pink sari is combined with a gray blouse and mix and match again. And magenta pink sari with geometrical pattern is draped by my daughter in her college function once. Because it is geometrical pattern, it becomes popular in the youngsters. Now we come to the next category, saris for family wedding. All the heavy saris are chosen here for family wedding. All of us are from Maharashtra. So we begin with pride of Maharashtra, that is Paithani. All of you know that these saris have derived their names Paithani from the town of Paithani, where they were woven in the olden times. Now they are woven even in Nasik or Yavla, etc. It used to be called as Mahavastra because only the ladies from royal families used to drape it. The middle one is my daughter-in-law, who has draped a 9 yards Paithani. The Paithanis can be in 9 yards or 6 yards. So the first one where I am sitting, reminds me of the famous Marathi song, Padaravarti Jartaricha मोर नाचरा हवा आई मला नेसव शालू नवा. If you can see carefully, this 9-yard paithani, pink paithani in the center has small bird motifs in the border all over, even in the palla. So it is called as Raghu paithani. The last one you can't see clearly. It is parrot green paithani, 6 yards, and because of the color, it is known as Raghu paithani. Now, the exquisite silk sarees are Kanjivaram silk sarees or Kanchipuram Pattu. It has derived its name from the town of Kanchipuram where they are woven. It is at a distance of 1 hour from Chennai. Pattu in South India means silk. There are various types again. First one is the brocade Kanjivaram. One in the middle is floral pattern Kanjivaram. Next variety, the subtle elegance of North, that is Banarasi sarees. Again derived the name from the town of Banaras or holy city, Varanasi, which is the constituency of our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji. He had said, भारत में शायद ही ऐसी कोई महिला होगी जिसके पास बनारसी साड़ी ना हो. There are again various types in Banarasi sarees depending on the material. So if organza is used, it is called as Kora Banarasi. If silk is used, it is called Katan Banarasi. Here all the 3 snaps are of Katan Banarasi. This red one I was tempted to buy after seeing Anushka Sharma's wedding snaps in red silk Banarasi sari. The middle one is with geometrical pattern, and the last one, pink, is with contrast blue border, and here you can see the running blouse. Now, embroidered sarees. There are various types of embroidery, and embroidery makes it look very elegant. I have chosen only 3 snaps. The first one is Georgette embroidery saree with brocade jal embroidery. The middle one is navy blue saree with Kashmiri embroidery showing paisley pattern. And the third one is black net saree with kotapatti flowers and pearl embroidery. All 3 sarees here are with the running blouses, no mix and match here. Now we come to some other varieties which can be worn for family wedding. The first one, magenta pink, has a certain chic quotient. It is called as jute silk. They are very durable sarees. It is a mixture of jute and silk, mainly manufactured in West Bengal. One in the center is called Khaddi Georgette. Khaddi in UP means handloom, and this has a dual tone. Again, mix and match blouse. And the third one is, any guesses here? Third one, very famous saree.
Patola?
Yeah, Patan Patola. Patan Patola has derived its name from the town of Patan, which is in Gujarat. It's a handloom heritage of Gujarat. The full saree is hand woven. That's why it is the costliest saree. Now, sarees for special occasions, like I said earlier, small occasions like birthday party or engagements or naming ceremony, etc. We begin with Khand sari here. Khand is a very culturally significant material in Maharashtra as well as Karnataka. Classic purple and reddish border can be seen. To give a traditional look, I have trimmed it here with traditional pearl jewelry, Chinsapeti, traditional neck piece of Maharashtra, and Bugadi in my pinna. Kopaddam soft silk is very popular in Andhra Pradesh as well as Telangana. The name soft silk, it becomes soft because it is a combination of 75% of silk with 25% of cotton. Very soft and very comfortable. You can drape it for the whole day. Now comes the sari, Kasuti or Karnataki Kashida. Again reminding me of the famous Marathi song, or Lavani you can say. रेशमाच्या रेखांनी लाल काळ्या धाग्यांनी कर्नाटकी कशिदा मी काढीला हात नगा लावू माझ्या साडीला. So Karnataki Kashida is a very light traditional folk embroidery of Karnataka, and it uses the geometrical pattern which are derived from the temple design. Here it's a dual tone sari, and again mix and match blouse. Both the blouses, you can't see this side, but the maroon blouse as well as this orange, both are not from the sari but from some other saris. Now we come to Chanderi ki Nazakat. As the name indicates, Chanderi is a small town in Madhya Pradesh. That's why these saris have got GI, Geographical Indication Mark, from Government of India. There are again various varieties and various materials. Chanderi can be woven only in cotton, a combination of cotton and silk, or only in silk. And pattern wise, it can be plain sari with golden butta, or the last, you can't see the picture here, red and white sari is with block print. So this block print gives rise to full printed sari. A special mention has to be there about the maintenance of this Chanderi saris, what care needs to be taken. After folding this sari, you have to put it on the hanger. Never use hot iron or iron with water. Only dry cleaning is recommended. Otherwise, these saris may tear apart. Now coming to the queen of silks, known as Tussar silk. Talam Tussar, very soft sari, mainly produced in Jharkhand, West Bengal, Bihar, etc. And this yellow sari is with queen stitch embroidery. The pink one is a variety of Tussar. It is known as Kosa silk. Very soft sari, and it is derived from the silk, which is produced from the cocoons which have not been put in the boiling water. Means the adult moth has left the cocoon and then the silk thread is derived. That's why it is also known as Ahimsa silk, and it is highly exported. So it is exclusively produced in India only. Now saris for conferences. First sari you see on the left side with white crop top is butter silk. As the name indicates, soft like butter with pestle pattern. And the next two varieties are Mysore crepe silk, wherein the silk is combined with polyester. The one in the middle is with brocade pallu, and the last one, only half the portion is seen. It is a floral print sari, which I had combined with a hand painted purple contrast blouse. Now coming to Ikat, enchanting Ikat. Ikat is an Indonesian word which means to bind. The characteristic pattern of Ikat is the borders are very hazy. In first sari, maroon and black combination, you see diamond shaped hazy motifs with pestle pattern in the pallu. And the next variety is Pochampalli. Pochampalli is mainly manufactured in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Here, whole body is having small checkered pattern, and the border and the pallu has small diamond shaped hazy motifs. Now we come to Jamdani saris. Jamdani is a Persian word. Jam means flowers and Dani means pot. So Jamdani is a flower pot. So both the saris, you can see enchanting motifs of leaves and flowers are woven either in cotton like Chanderi, 3 patterns, cotton or combination of cotton and silk, or only silk. A high quality cotton known as muslin is used, and the embroidery is done with a thicker thread. So these motifs appear to float on the surface of the base. Very elegant look. Now some other saris, Tussar silk with Kantha work. Highly popular in West Bengal. It uses the simple stitch, that is running stitch, and various motifs like trees, birds, that is owls, peacocks, etc. are used in this Kantha embroidery. The next one, black and turquoise blue sari, is Assam silk. The state of Assam is very popular for its silk, various handloom silks, various silks are popular there. Eri silk, Muga silk, Pat silk, etc. Only the half portion of the last picture is seen, Pashmina silk. As the name indicates, it is a combination of Pashmina wool with silk. So it is very popular in Kashmir to beat the chilling winters of Kashmir. The fabric becomes warm because it is mixed with the wool. Now we come to formal to semi-formal sarees. Sometimes we have to attend some programs straight from our workplace. We don't have time to go back home and get ready. In such cases, we can carry the accessories in a pouch and drape the sari while leaving the house. So for such functions, we have cotton paithani, very easy breezy and very comfortable sari. This pink cotton paithani has lotus motifs in the palla. The next variety is called as supernet. It is a pista green color supernet sari with embroidery all over it. It is a combination of silk and cotton again. Looks very elegant, and the time you use is you can easily drape for 9 to 5 your working hours. Now, this is khadi silk, 50% khadi cotton with 50% silk, the first slide, and it requires only dry cleaning. The one in the center is satin silk. As the name indicates, it's a combination of satin with silk. And the last variety is a traditional Maharashtrian sari called as Narayan Pethi. It has a contrast zari border with Rudraksha motifs in it. And it is woven in Solapur district of Maharashtra as well as Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. So I thank all of you for your patient hearing and hope all of you will drape more and more sarees in future.